Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to the home of the Blue Hens in Newark and Delaware Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the James Madison Dukes, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Delaware Blue Hens. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Blue Hens ready to get this thing started and open the season. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So the James Madison Dukes offense will get first crack at it here. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling, the temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
The Dukes headed quickly to the line. Let's talk for a second about James Madison. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start to see... Oh, he's got some space. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. And the Dukes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Power football with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Slippery. He find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Dukes. They're on the board first here in the season opener. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Ready to fire from the pistol. They go to the ground. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. Guys, let's chat for just a moment about Delaware. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus. The number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Blue Hens decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Leaves it with the back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. The Dukes will hustle to the line.
And And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They got zero push up front, and they stopped them in the backfield. And the Dukes will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Slips through the line. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. They'll leave it with him. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Pulls and fires complete. The Blue Hens will keep this drive going. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl, but no... the way I do and the way you know each other. Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
Opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double team high load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Lemon. There he goes! And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the 1st down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll send the back in motion. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Hens! Quick strike through the air for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking. You play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? You peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him, Reese.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage, tried to put a little move on him, and it didn't help much.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill with that weight and that size, it...
Wide open spaces. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On target over the middle. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
The Dukes want to pick up the tempo.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. To the ground to try to move the chains. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And the Dukes line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits. Line getting set on 2nd down. The give to the single back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Pucks it out of the air. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. And the Blue Hens have their offense in high gear. Fights off the defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Gets it out quickly. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play has this offense in business. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Rushes on him. Now he's going to break the pocket. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. So 1st down here as they go back to work. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The Blue Hens come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Off the RPO, complete. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's 3rd and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on 4th. You don't have to worry about that now.
Touchdown, Delaware! Quick strike through the air for the score. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play.
Man, that is so good. There's not a lot of room to work over there on the sideline in the end zone, but he was able to control his body, catch the football, make sure he had a foot down in bounds. It doesn't get any better than that.
After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. The play will stand. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Michigan State has the lead right now. Feels like it's been that way since Sparty's run out, but this has been a nip-and-tuck affair inside Spartan Stadium. They're up by 7 over Western Michigan. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Dukes in the hurry-up.
Nice job by this defense, pinning their ears back, getting to the quarterback, creating the sack. But look at this offense. They're undeterred.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Well, the offense obviously already in bad field position. The defense can smell blood in the water. Just look at the defenders pin their ears back and get after this quarterback. Wow.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Pressure got to him, couldn't get rid of it, and they got him for a safety. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Wants to go up top on first down. It's complete to the right. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure's there and he lets it go.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field. That's caught. It's Lemon. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move. And the Blue Hens have it with a 1st and 10. Trying the left side. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Here comes the heat. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He'll try to do it in... Gets down with the slide. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And on 4th down, here comes... Oh, it's blocked! And they scoop it up. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some...
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
He lobs one high down the left side. Makes a grab on the shot. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
That's going to drive the defensive coordinator crazy because these guys take pride on their sub-defense packages. When you get into 3rd and long situations, that's when D coordinators love to get creative and throw all these exotic blitzes and pressure the quarterback. Nobody got even close to him that time. Way too much time to survey the field. And that was just way too easy for the offense to pick up that 1st.
Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 20. And the Dukes want to move quickly.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Dukes need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Now he's going to send this one deep to the right. He's got it along the sideline. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And the Dukes started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Go straight ahead. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss. Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical. And on that situation, the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field.
And aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Got his man. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. He lets it fly. And this one will be ruled incomplete. Made the catch, but just couldn't stay in bounds.
Pedal to the metal.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. To the air on first down. He's got it.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Blue Hens can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Fires to the tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Complete to the left. Touchdown, Blue Hens! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Give to the single back. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. Wants to fire on second down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Makes the grab deep. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, James Madison.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Ferguson. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Gets the back moving. Gonna swing it on second down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Lemon. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Here comes a third down situation, and the defense has had no answer so far. He makes the grab. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. They'll go to the air. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's first and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away and live to fight another down.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're gonna see every route in the route tree again in this second half. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Just about set to get this second half underway. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
The throw. Hauls it in. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. And the Blue Hens will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Just keeps slinging it. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Delaware! Now they... Extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry, get some emotion, get some momentum on your side.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much. When he brought it out of the end zone, he'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Grabbed in the middle. It's Fisher. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Throws to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. To the air on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jones. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. And the pass is incomplete here on third down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out.
Pass interference. Offense.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him for the sack, and now get the ball back after the fourth down stop.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up. Run it. Do something. You can't take a sack on fourth down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
Under fire. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. These guys, you put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Blue Hens with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass. Throwing right. That is just... Sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. And the Blue Hens are moving quickly down the field. To the ground with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys. Running to the football, nowhere to go.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Gets it out fast. He smashes his way through again. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. The Blue Hens will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. They're working that left side. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. And the Blue Hens had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Ball hasn't hit the ground a lot for this QB. He's already thrown 4 TD passes. He saw a look, wanted to take another shot, and that time they just fall short with the incompletion. But this defense, they have not had the answer with respect to defending the pass in this game.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable 3rd down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Might want to muster up that protection. They had one blocked earlier. Right down the boulevard. And now the lead is even bigger. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Handoff to the single running back. Plows through the defense. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Trying play action. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Makes the catch. It's Browning. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Dukes will call on their punt team. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Really good job by the cover. To make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead, David.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out.
Makes the grab. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. They'll try to get the first through the air. Quickly to the tight end. The Blue Hens get enough to move the chains.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today, and we know if it gets...
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Hunt is on its way. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Give to the running back. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Off the play fake. Grab behind the line. It's Jones. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Third and short. They've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Pulls it in, it's Fisher. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Trying to keep this drive alive. He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a second and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of downs.
And wow, the defense was in there quick, fast, and in a hurry and shut that run game down. Like, they were ready for that. Second down now. A little more space for the offense, backed up, a little more room to operate and try to maybe find some windows to throw a football here.
Now third and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Wants to go up top. Takes the easy one to the back. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. The give to the back. Past the first down marker and still running. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, they're after him! Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Quarterback on the keeper. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to take off. Makes his man miss. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. And the Dukes come to the line with a new set of downs. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Dukes!
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game. Oh, a lot of space. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. And the Blue Hens come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. The give. Runs for the tackle. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
Well, obviously, this game has not been the best statistically of this guy's career so far, but the important thing is you win. And to do that, they need him to play really well here in the 4th quarter. They're going to keep giving him the football with the lead in this juncture, and this is where he needs to have his best runs of the game.
The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week, and for the first week, they get it done.
Yeah, great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work out throughout the season, but 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.